Help for homeschooling parents. Brief introduction. English is not a phonetic language, and none of us read phonetically. So remembering the most common sound for each of the letters in the alphabet is not so easy for us. We all read by sight, and kids will eventually read by sight as well. Phonics is just a good first step for people who are learning how to read, and a skill, a decoding, a crutch for all of us when we encounter something, a new word that's unfamiliar. So what I'd like to do today is give you the most common sound for each of the letters in the alphabet. And then at the end, I'll give you a couple of games that you can play at home that cost no money and don't require anything but your voice and your attention. The games would be the easiest ones appropriate for very young children, like 3 on up. And some of the games more challenging for people who are already reading. And for all of the games for kids for whom the games are now easy, assuming the teacher role makes it fun and challenging again. So the alphabet: A, alligator, apple. B, balloon, bumblebee. B, C, cat. C also, of course, often makes this sound, but the most common one that we start with in school is a k. D, dinosaur, dog, dad. E, elephant, egg. F, frog, fish. G, good, gorilla. H, horse, hippopotamus. I, igloo, iguana. I, J, jelly bean. K, kangaroo. Kiss, king. Lollipop, lion. Lemon. Mom, marshmallow, Montessori. Nut, octopus. Puppy, princess. Pop, queen. Rainbow, snake. Turtle. Umbrella. Van, witch. Watch, waffle. X, at the end, fox, box. Yellow, zipper, and zebra. A couple of notes about those. The vowels are the hardest for kids because the sounds are very similar. So it's helpful to return to those often because it requires quite a bit of practice to remember. When you're playing these games, it's easy for adults to put a vowel sound at the end of every consonant. So instead of saying b, or instead of saying s, so it's hard and sometimes impossible, but give your attention to having a clean consonant sound rather than a consonant with a vowel ending when possible. The other thing that's sometimes helpful for kids, especially kids who have mild or stronger speech impediments, is to draw their eyes to your mouth so that they can see how you're shaping your mouth to make a sound. So for example, if you're doing ah, you can make your mouth be an ah. It's a little bit helpful for the kids. Hard consonant sounds are also very similar. So b, d, quite similar, so it's useful to repeat those more. H is a tummy sound. Touch your tummy, you can feel it. The only other thing that is sometimes helpful is with the vowels. I'll go through them slowly. So I, icky. Up, thumbs up. I don't know if you can see that. Aw, I already said aw. Not really very much there. Okay, games. The easiest way to spend a few idle moments is to think of words that begin with a sound, and the youngest children can play this game. Monkey, mommy, muffin, magic. Just at the beginning, kids will often associate by type and not by sound. So if you say monkey, they might say giraffe, kangaroo, elephant. Just keep saying sounds. Over time, kids will get it. And 2 seconds or 2 minutes or 3 minutes is a good game, worthwhile. Next level of challenge, that sound at the end. So ham, sam, jam. And then the last, of course, is in the middle. Family. Marshmallow. Slump. It's hard. The middle sound is hard. So after you play those games, a more fun game, I think, is I Spy. You can play that game with a small group of objects that you've put in a box, or you could limit it by space. You could say, I'm playing I Spy with the things on my desk. I'm playing I Spy with the things in the kitchen. I'm playing I Spy with the things in this backpack or in this basket. You can put them on the floor, or you can just stay where you are and use your eyes. The youngest children will be more successful if you have specific objects that are right in front of them, so they narrows their options. Fewer choices is easier. Older children for whom that's too easy, you could broaden their scope and have things that they can't see. So I spy with my little eyes something that begins with pencil. Now, you might have more than one thing on your desk that begins with P, and they could say popcorn. No, I am enjoying a bowl of popcorn, but that's not the P I'm thinking of, to keep the game going. Another fun way to do it is to, as stated at the beginning, let them be the teacher and forgive them any mistakes that they make at the beginning. It's most helpful for kids with these games if you pick things that are familiar, especially if you don't have a tangible object. If you pick things that are within their comfort zone, it makes the game a little bit easier. Another way to play with sound is letter magnets if you have those at home. So you could take all the S out of your jumbled box and put all this, any word on the refrigerator, and see how many words that you could write that begin with that letter. If you don't have letter magnets, you could also take dictation. So you could say, tell me all of the words that you know that have at the beginning. Run, rabbit, rainbow. They can do an illustration after they write the words. If they make mistakes, you can write it down. You could, the correct spelling, say, oh, no, that does not begin with I thought it did, but it doesn't. Another really enjoyable way to play with sound is by rhyme, because rhyme is, of course, repetition of a particular sound. So you can rhyme the way that we do it at school with a large group of kids. You can also do it in your family or just with two people. I'm going to tell you two words. You give me thumbs up if they rhyme and thumbs down if they don't. So let's see. Sun, run, rhymes. Orange, banana. No, doesn't rhyme. The game goes on and on. Harder game, this one is really hard. If I say the word map, if I change the first sound from an to an n, what would the word be? Or if I say the word rug, if I change the last sound, the g to an n, what would the word be? It's a hard game. In the middle sound is the hardest, of course. If I say the word mop and I change the ah to an a, what would the word be? Hard game. Those are hard games. Another fun way to play, and this would be a good bedtime way to enjoy the company of your children, is to take a familiar book, one that you've read so many times that you're sick to death of reading it, and the ones that rhyme are the easiest, and read a few lines or a few words and then stop at a place where there's a rhyme and let the child fill in the blank. So we have a good book that we read at school called Silly Sally. Silly Sally went to town, walking backwards upside down. On the way, she met a pig, a silly pig. They danced a jig. So I could, with the kids, say, Silly Sally went to town, walking backwards upside down. On the way, she met a pig, a silly pig. They danced a, and see if the kids can fill it in. It will work with any book. It's easier with books that rhyme. Dr. Seuss, any Dr. Seuss book would work. And you can make it harder by, of course, you reading less and then having them read more. I hope these games are helpful for you at home. If you would like to have a print copy, email me and I'll send it to you in that way. I'm going to hold it up now so that you can see, hopefully. I think it will have to be more than one screenshot. All the way up. Last thing you'll notice, some of the most commonly occurring sounds in English, like sh and ch, are not on this list because, of course, they're not single. They're phonograms, digraphs, two-letter combinations that make a different sound. You can play the same sound games with those sounds. It's just the next step for us. It's not the first thing that we do. It's the next thing that we do. So hope this is helpful for you, and I appreciate your feedback and all the hard work that you're doing at home.